Yeah, thanks for joining me. My name's Teebor, and I want to talk Sombra. Um, if you don't know, Sombra is the new offensive character in the Overwatch PTR server at the moment. So everything here is PTR and is subject to change. So don't expect anything that you see here necessarily to be making it into the live game servers. I'm sure there'll be some tweaks because there's a lot of people calling for things like the character being overpowered and stuff already. So let's just have a quick talk about her. So if you don't know, she is a very highly mobile character and is very good at harass. Not so good at range damage, but very good at close-up damage, and can be used for a lot of denial. Well, she's a fairly complicated character. There's a lot to discuss. So let's begin with her basic attack. So this is a submachine gun. Let's get a bit of a range spot on a blank wall here, just to discuss the spread. So, if I aim at the wall here, and we unload, there's a pretty wide spread. So from a range, you're not going to be doing particularly much damage because you're not going to get those vital shots to the head that you're going to need. Up close though, your spread is extremely small and your rate of fire is very fast. So when you get up close, so let's see for a ranged, for example. Big difference. Close range to long range, or even medium range. So yeah, something to bear in mind. So you need to get up close and personal with Sombra. Now, Sombra's very squishy, so she's kind of a bit like Tracer in that respect. And in some regards, people are probably going to treat her a lot like Tracer, but that's not necessarily the best way to play her. She is a complicated character. There's a lot of depth and a lot of levels to her. So let's have a look at some of her skills. So we all discussed the machine pistol. We're not going to talk about the ultimate at the moment. We will talk about the translocator. Now, this is kind of cool. This gives you huge amounts of mobility.
Be right back.
So you can throw down the translocator, and once you've thrown it, you've got 15 seconds to do whatever it is you want to do. Go off somewhere, take damage, go scout something, whatever you want to do. And then you can just pop it and teleport straight back to wherever it is. Now, bear in mind, you can the enemy can see your translocator once it's placed. So they can see where it is that you're going to come back to. And they can sit there, they can wait, and they can basically ambush you if they want to. And you'll be very vulnerable when you do that, because something up close like a Reaper or something like that is going to absolutely wipe the floor with you. However, a few things to bear in mind, and you're not really going to be able to test them and show them here, but the translocator, when you pop the translocator, actually zoom to where it is that you've placed it, you can use that to avoid a lot of damage. You can use it to avoid ultimate damage. You can use it to avoid pretty much anything. You can't be hit whilst you're translocating. You do disappear from one place and appear to another. And even if, for example, I'm translocating this short distance here, I can still use that if timed absolutely perfectly to avoid the damage that could be taken from a D.Va ultimate, for example. So bear that in mind. It is a very potentially useful tactic. Now, I've only talked about using the translocator as a defensive, well, it's defensive, a way to escape, and it is very good for that. But you could also use it for attack. For example, you could throw it to the other side of an enemy, do damage to them, and I would teleport to it, but I actually missed and threw it off the side of the map. Not so good, really. But we could do this, for example. We'll throw that over there. We could come and attack the enemy, teleport away. Similar to Tracer, how you'd basically zip in and bounce around with Tracer. Not necessarily the best thing to do because you have only got 200 health, but you know, it could work. It's part of the depth. You can use it for attack or defense. There's a lot of things you can do. Let's look at her other option then. So we've got a thermo optic camo. Now this is quite cool. When you use this, you get a speed buff and you're completely invisible. So you can't be seen by anything, really. Nothing can see you at all. The only things which seem to be able to detect you, I believe, are Widowmaker's ultimate and Hanzo's arrow. I'm trying to remember what it is now. Sonar arrow. But I think the sonar arrow is only effective in certain circumstances, so that might be a bug and would need to be fixed. And I think it's something to do with if the sonar arrow is already active and you turn invisible, you then can't be seen. But if the sonar arrow goes down after you've turned invisible, you can be seen. It's complicated. It's something that I'd have to go back through again, but very odd. I mean, all the different things that you can do, all the different combinations. Anyway, let's just pop the ability. So we're invisible, we can run, you get quite the speed boost actually. And as you can see there, you can actually translocate whilst invisible. Now you can also, whilst invisible, deploy your translocator. And people still can't see you. The only time somebody can see you is if you get close enough to them. So for example, if you're actually close enough to boop the person, or they would bump into you, then you become visible. Same thing goes for Tourbillon's turret. If you get close enough to almost be within touching range of Tourbillon's turret, it will be able to see you and it will shoot at you and probably will kill you if you can't hack it fast enough. Now hacking
I might need this later.
does reveal you. And we need to talk about this. This is a sort of her latent ability really. Right click to hack. Hold to hack. Hacked enemies cannot use abilities. Hacked health packs spawn faster. Can't be used by enemies. So basically, if I hack an enemy, all their abilities are going to be taken away from them. So if I hack a Roadhog, for example, he can't heal, he can't hook, he can't use his ultimate. Now, I'm going to take some damage because I want to show you the difference between a hacked med pack and a non-hacked med pack. So this one isn't hacked. We walk onto it. You can see it's slowly recharging. Now if I hack it, look how quickly that recharges now. Let's take some more damage. Let's grab the health pack. Look how quickly that recharges. So you can basically claim to a team, and the hacking only has a 12 seconds cooldown. So you can hack multiple med packs around a level and basically deny the enemy access to them. Because the enemy Sombra can't hack these. If I come back, I can rehack this and keep this refreshed, because that will slowly count down. Okay, so that's slowly counting down. My hack's ready, and that refreshes it. So the enemy cannot use this at all, and all my teammates can. Now, if you think about combining this with Translocator, so if I go off somewhere, I do damage at the front line, teleport back, straight onto the med pack, get myself some healing. Fantastic combination. Could be very useful if you just want to run out and do the harass. So let's talk about the passive before we move on to the ultimate. Now the passive is interesting. I can't demonstrate it here unfortunately. I'll show you why. Doesn't work against training bots, so you can't see it at its full use. But when you are in a match, if you have an enemy who is damaged to less than, I think it's 50% health, well, calls it critically injured, but basically less than 50% health, and I think this will certainly be nerfed by the time she gets launched onto the public servers. You can see at any distance an enemy through the wall. Doesn't matter where you are on the level, you'll be able to see them. They kind of got a yellowy, orangish like view to them, but you can see them. You can pop out and you can kill them. Now this is great because you can see these people and you can follow these enemies and you can basically finish the job. So if somebody critically damages someone, you can get in there using your stealth, because you've got an enormous amount of speed to play with. You can grab the kill and then you could translocate back out, which I think is probably the strongest way that Sombra is, you know, set up for. She's in there for the harass. Get in there, do some damage, and finish off the enemy as quickly as you can. Get in there close, get huge amounts of damage from your gun, and then get out again. And hopefully not die. Now, let's talk about the ultimate then. So the ultimate is an EMP. So hack enemies and destroy enemy shields and barriers around you. Basically, you hit your EMP, everybody's abilities get disabled. So it's like hacking them individually, but again, you know, it just does everybody in an area. Reinhardt's shield gets taken down. I think Zarya's shield gets taken down. Everything's off. You basically level the playing field. You'll be the only one that's left doing anything, or you and your allies anyway. So yeah, that's it. That is Sombra's abilities. Now, so she is complicated to play, and it does make for a bit of fun. Let's see if we can get some games, and we will see if we can actually, yeah, demonstrate her abilities and how she works. Okay, so here we go, Sombra in our match. Now, I can't hack med packs, or health kits, or whatever you want to call them, until the match actually starts. Then you can hack them straight away. So you can lock the ones down far enough forward if you get your timing right. So nothing too much going on at the moment. Just the usual people trying to get in. I take a Discord orb. Now, if you can see there, that is the latent ability from Sombra. So that yellowy orange outline, I can see an enemy target through the walls because they are low on health. Now, I'm not going to be able to see Zarya again once I get back in because she's going to get healed by Zenyatta. So we're on the way back in, just going to use my invisibility just to give me a speed boost to try and get back in there quicker. And there we go, straight away we can see somebody there off in the distance, looks like a Farah. So there's an example of there being no limit to the range that this ability has. Now I'll make a bit of a mistake here, I don't give myself an escape. So there I'll back out a bit, give myself an escape. Hack the med pack, try and limit their healing capabilities, but really we're not dishing enough damage, so I'm just going to teleport out and back away. Not much I can do from here, there's no point in going in, so I'm just doing a little bit of harass and just try and not take too much damage. In a minute I'm going to dive off to the right here and hack the med pack, but again they see the latent ability there from Sombra. Now I've made a horrible mistake here. Again, I've not left myself much of an escape, so in we go, hack the med pack, but Reinhardt's on me, not going to survive it. My ultimate is up and now ready, so we can play with that in a minute. So this isn't exactly great play, but I've not had too much time to spend with Sombra, so it's difficult to get a game of Sombra, or with Sombra. So there's enemy Sombra, she's trying to use her invisibility. Bit silly, she hadn't hacked the med pack either. I dropped down my teleport transport for some reason, I have no idea why I did that. Puts me next to a med pack anyway. So I do a bit of damage and I'm going to try and get around behind them in a minute. But for now we're just kind of doing damage as well where we can. Play the game right there. No skills or abilities needed.
Thank you. Thanks.
Really quiet at the moment. I'm just playing around by translocator, which is proper name. Pop round, hack the med pack again. I should really stay on top of that some more, but I wasn't at the time. Notice I'm not really hacking any of the players. I'm going to sneak in now, EMP, hack everybody at once, disable all their abilities. I get hacked by the enemy Sombra, which is a little bit unfortunate. With me and Teebor trying to take on Zarya and Sombra. Unfortunately, Zarya's putting down her shields. She's translocated behind me. But we've won, I think, anyway. Oh no, we lost this one. We lost this match. Not good. Shouldn't really have been tied up in the corner there. Okay, well, we'll watch the play of the game and...
Play of the game.